Hello folks, welcome to Italy. My name's Steve Sutcliffe and this is the new Tyre Seeker test centre. So what we have here are the world's best ultra high performance tyres. I do not know which one's going to be the quickest or the best, but let's find out.
So from Bridgestone, we've got the Potenza race. From Michelin, we're testing the Pilot Sport Cup 2 Connect. And from Pirelli, we've got the Trofeo R. As always, we've sourced each tyre via an independent retailer to ensure complete neutrality. And we're testing these tyres in the wet and dry for handling, braking, cornering, and of course, pure speed around 2 different tracks, one wet, one dry. Our test car is a 302 horsepower, 4-wheel drive Mercedes AMG A35. Just the sort of car you want to put one of these tyres on. And the size we're testing is a 235/35 R19. For all our tests, the ambient temperature is between 25 and 28 degrees C. Right then, let's get cracking. Wet tracks first, let's find out who makes the fastest and best UUHP tyre money can buy.
I don't know about you, but ultra high performance feels like a bit of a ham-fisted title, to be honest. So can we just call them mega tyres or track tyres or awesome tyres? Whatever you want to call them. These three are the best that money can buy right now. The Bridgestone Potenza race and the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 and the Pirelli Trofeo R. But which one is best overall? Well, I went to this handling track, really good handling track, really tight, twisty, and I have to be honest, I thought these tyres were going to be rubbish on this handling track because, you know, track-orientated tyres like the Cup 2 and the Trofeo R aren't or weren't designed for wet tracks. How wrong I was and how fast these things developed, because all three of these tyres were outrageously reared around a wet handling track that you can see here. I mean, epic, to a point where all three of them were quicker than the fastest normal ultra high performance tyre that we tested on the same car, this A35 AMG, on the same track, on the same day. So the track day tyres, which were supposed to be nightmares in the wet, are now quicker in the wet than your regular road tyres. Insane, absolutely insane. On the Bridgestone Potenza race, which is the quickest of the three, and for me, the best of the three in the wet, it was almost as if you were driving on a dry road. My brain is still quite fried by how good the Potenza race is on a wet road. On all three tyres, this car was incredible in the wet, but on the Potenza race, it was ridiculous, super fast. On the Cup 2, it was the slowest by 1/10 compared with the Trofeo R, and the Trofeo R was over a second slower than the Potenza race. Just extraordinary how good the Potenza race is in the wet. What about the dry though? Well, before we go into that, here's a little word from our sponsor. At etyres.co.uk, they sell tyres, lots and lots of tyres. Unlike us, however, they don't really care which ones win our group tests because they sell all of them at the very best prices you'll find anywhere on the internet. So if you do want to buy any of the tyres that we feature in this test, do yourself a favour and check them out, etyres.co.uk. Right, back to the comparison test. Dry track, Mercedes A35 AMG on the Bridgestone Potenza race. Absolutely mental how good this tyre is on this car, on this track, in the dry. So sharp at the front. The brakes just, the whole car just suddenly feels about 150 kilograms lighter than it did on a regular ultra high performance tyre. I can't believe it. I can't get my head around how good this tyre feels on this car. Or actually the other way around, how good this car feels with this tyre on it. That's the thing. Tyres don't cost that much money. Imagine how much more money you'd have to spend to get a car like this to feel miles better and to go around a track like this many seconds faster than it does with a standard equipment tyre on it. You'd have to give it another 50, 60, maybe 100 horsepower, and you'd have to completely redesign the suspension and the chassis, etc. Or you just put a different set of tyres on it. Incredible. So, what happens to the Cup 2 in this? And what happens to the Trofeo R? Well, I have to be honest, both of them are fantastic tyres. I love the Cup 2 and I love the Trofeo R. I think Trofeo R makes this car feel that little bit better, a little bit sharper than the Cup 2. But neither of them can hold a candle to the Potenza race. Honestly, it is an extraordinary tyre, the Bridgestone Potenza race. The Cup 2 and the Trofeo R are brilliant, but the Potenza race just goes to another level. Absolutely another level. I don't know what they've put in this thing, but you need to put it in your breakfast and in your lunch and then for dinner as well. Extraordinary. I think it's the single most impressive tyre I have ever driven on. The end. Thanks.
So look, apologies for getting quite so carried away about the Bridgestone, but it is an incredible tyre. And remember, if the Bridgestone didn't exist, then the Pirelli Trofeo R would be the new king of the fast tyre hill, which is also a huge result for Pirelli. The Michelin, up to now, having been the best tyre in this class, but now it's third. Either way, these are three incredible tyres, with the Bridgestone being almost a freak of nature at the very top.
Thanks for watching this comparison test. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe and see you next time.